We're going to the bus stop. A ver qué nos agarramos. Gómena. Gracias por estos alimentos que voy a recibir. Cuida y protege a mi papá que está trabajando. Amén.
Amén.
Provecho.
Provecho.
Es muy falta de respeto. Up and speak. I just finished washing the dishes. A ver esto qué es. I forgot to put this away. Okay, so I finished washing the dishes. I do have some meat defrosting, and then that's what I have like drying. I gave the stove a wipe and then wipe the counters, the tables. I should vacuum the floors, but I'm not gonna do that. I was talking to my sister that I need to do this. It's a whole bunch of paperwork that I need to organize, and she gave me the idea to put them in these what are they called, sheet protectors, so that I could like easily look at what I have in my binder. So I'm gonna do that right now. My office is a mess like always, but I'm also washing clothes. So let's switch the clothes first. And I don't know if I want to do it here, but I don't want to bring everything to the dining room. So I'm just going to do it in the office, but it is a mess. So I'm not going to record much of that just because it is like documents, personal stuff. But I'll show you guys like the end result, and then I'll catch up with you guys. The kids did go to school, and friends, it was so embarrassing. I was telling my sister how like the office people said that I was supposed to go and wait for the bus lady, and then she'll give me like the form to enroll them in the bus service. And I was telling my sister how I was standing there. There was nobody in the bus stop, and she was driving up, and like she didn't like wave at me or like made like a stop sign. She kind of like slowed down and looked at me, and I was like just looking at her, and she just drove off. So it was so embarrassing. I felt like I didn't do nothing for her to stop. So she drove off. I'm just gonna go early to pick them up and ask the office, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, you just have to wait for them tomorrow, which is like, again, I'm gonna have to do that again. But I think this time I'm gonna wait with the kids, and then I'll just go drop them off to see how like traffic is, because I did drop them off super early. I think it was 7:40 something, so it was really early. But let me go switch the loads, and then I'll show you guys the result with my binder. Luego me puse triste, güey, porque ya cambiaron las rules de finally done, friends. Like, organizing, as you guys can see. That is the bag of papers and trash that I got. It is a lot of documents and stuff. And I had them piled up in the floor because my husband decided to help me. I think it was last weekend or previous weekend. It's been almost 2 weeks, I think, that he's like, I'm gonna help you go through all the papers and everything just to see, just so that it was faster. But I was telling my sister how it's not faster for me. It actually feels like it makes it harder, because that's why I didn't put him in the trash bag at first, like this, because I had to go through them again just to make sure that nothing important went in the trash. And to be honest, let me see. My dryer just finished drying. That's why you guys hear that bell. To be honest, like I was saying, it was just me going through it. Like if I would have done it myself, I knew like the system I had. But I was telling my other sister, my younger sister, how I've learned to let him help, because I would always be like trying to control the situation and do everything myself because I could do everything myself. But then I would also complain because he would never help me when I wanted him to help me. So it's like I've learned to, just let him help you. And then I have to redo everything. But I don't know. It's a process, friends. I think in that situation, it's like you're learning to like, I don't know. I don't think the proper word is live, but like just to be or cohabit with the other person in that way. Because, like I was telling my sister, she and I feel like our relationships have been like almost the similar amount of time. So we like kind of have things that are similar to that. Like, for example, the paperwork. She was saying how, like, if her husband needs to look for something, she's like, drags the situation along just so that he doesn't have to go through her stuff and like unorganized stuff. That's me too. I don't like him going through my paperwork and stuff because I feel like I know what's in every folder, Like if I open that folder, I know what's in there. If I open this folder, I know what's in there. So, but he's like, my husband was like, no, you have to go through each folder and move each paper to find. And the reason we went through everything is because I could not find my social security card. And I was so stressed out because in my mind, I knew I stored it somewhere where it was not in the eye of contact. We had guests over, and here my office, we use it for guests when they come over, and I kind of don't like that because I have important stuff here, and I'm not saying they go through my stuff, but I don't know if they do. So I usually keep my stuff like right here, but I knew since I was gonna have guests, I'm like, I should not have that in simple eyesight because it's like my information. So I remember me putting it away like in a safe spot where nobody could like find it, but I didn't remember where. So that's why my husband was doing that, but I was 100% sure it was not going to be like in my bin with all the documents because I didn't remember doing that. I remember it was like in a random location, and I for sure found it in a random location. But it was found that day. Actually, we were done going through every single document and we didn't find it. And I was stressing. I was like, oh my God, like, am I gonna have to go to the social security office and like get a new one? Like, I don't want to do all that. But then I remembered. Like, I checked that same spot that I had already checked like 5 times. And I'm like, I knew I had put it somewhere like that. So I went and like rechecked everything and it was there. So yeah, thank God I found that. And then I want to show you guys, like I did piles. So like that's what I was planning to do. Like this is all a pile of tax returns. I need to organize that and like get copies of some of these. And then I have this pile, and then I have this pile, this is like a little bit random. But right now, I really need to like get my printer working, which is just not connected to like the website, I think. So it doesn't print. I don't know if like if you guys are familiar with that, but these printers supposedly like get connected through your Wi-Fi and then with your address so they know where they're at and you print with them. But if they're not connected, they will not print even if they're working. Yes. No, Kichis. No, 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 no. ¿Y tú? You guys turn off the TV? Why? You're bored. You guys want homework?
No, I'm the blocks.
Okay, go get blocks. Ahorita le doy homework a Mena. Just a second, Mena. They're getting bored. Yeah, it's my Grinch blanket. He's saying that I have a Grinch blanket.
Mama, that's your dog.
It's the dog, the Grinch. But yeah. Yes, it's my Grinch blanket. But the kids get out early today, friends. It is 11:51. They get out. Caleb, don't do that to the TV. Go play your blocks, please. It is 11:51 and I didn't put the documents into these. I'll move stuff and then I don't know where it is because I like do pause. I like to see things like in plain sight. I'm a visual person. That's what I think. I got these to like label everything and like be more organized with the documents because I basically have to build like almost like a portfolio but with all the documents. So I got these dividers. I think I already showed you guys, but I didn't do that right now because I need copies of every document. So like if I take my taxes, I need to get like the summary of each year and have a copy, you know, which I don't think I should have a copy of that because I have my taxes. So I'm just gonna get one copy of each and then that'll be my copy. And then so I have to have my printer working. But honestly, friends, right now I want to get out of my office because it is so hot. Like you guys could barely see the sun beaming through, but it's hot in here. Kim's room and my office gets so hot during the day. Like there, I'm sweating. I want to show you guys how the room looks now. It's not the best. I still have to vacuum and stuff, but it got organized. I'm not gonna take that out right now because I honestly don't want to walk outside. I'm gonna have one of the kids put it out when it's later in the day because it's too hot. But I'm gonna go fold clothes. My washer has been done, but I noticed that I had more towels in my room, in my bathroom. So I did 2 towels. Literally, guys, I'm washing 2 towels because my washer won't like dry spin them. So yeah, and I think this one's done. So I'm gonna go fold that. And I think I haven't showed you guys my new little purse. I think I showed you guys in the haul, but I switched it and I love that it has a handle because like a what's it called, strap, because guys, I'm going to watch some YouTube. I was gonna fold the clothes like I told you guys, but the kids asked me for a snack. And I gave them some of those frosted cookies and like animal cookies. And I got me a bowl of the Takis potato chips. These are so addicting. I got a little bowl with Valentina and here, reach it. A little Gatorade just for a snack. I have been saying that I want to learn to slow down too. Not when everybody's here necessarily. Like I want to have like a little bit of chill time just by myself. So the kids are watching TV in their playroom and I'm going to relax, watch a YouTube video, eat my chips and just enjoy them like just like if I had a break at work, you know? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat my chips, drink my Gatorade and watch a YouTube video. So yes, friends. Let's see what we watch. As you guys can see, I am burned. I'm so red. I was waiting for Kimberly for almost 2 hours. No, 1, 2. She got out at 2:20, not at 1:20. So, and then I came early. Can you please sit down? I came to the school early because I was gonna ask about the bus. You know how I told you guys what happened in the morning? It was extremely hot. Like, I want to show you guys how hot it is right now. Let me see. That's how hot it is. But obviously, Caleb, siéntate. My kids are very impatient right now because they were standing there with me. So I feel like we just need to go home and shower and like relax for a second because it was extremely hot just standing there. And we were standing under the shade, so I don't know. But I was able to talk to the bus lady, so at least I got something done because they came to park to pick up like the preschoolers, and I was gonna ask her, but I seen her busy, so I was like, you know what, I don't want to interrupt her. So I waited, and then she came back to pick up the elementary kids, and she was there for a while. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ask her because it would avoid the like not knowing what's gonna happen tomorrow. And I went to talk to her, and she says she'll take the kids even if they don't have the bus form, and then she'll hand them out later because I don't have a car yet, friends. That's the biggest like issue. It's like I have the truck, but my husband has to drive it once a week because he's like taking turns with his friends. They are doing a 2-hour commute there and a 2-hour commute back home. So that's a lot of driving, and it's heavy for them to drive that much because they get tired every day. So it's just easier for them to take turns. But since we don't have the car, we can't have a car where we all fit. So it was being a little bit hectic because if not, my husband would just take the car and I'll just keep the truck. But he's gonna take, he said that if I didn't have any car for tomorrow, which tomorrow he's gonna drive, then he'll just ask his friend to cover him, and then he'll like drive 2 days the next week. But thank God she said they could ride the bus, so they're gonna ride the bus tomorrow. I'm gonna see if he takes the truck, which most likely he is. I'm gonna have to walk with the kids to the bus stop, and then walk to pick them up because Kimberly gets there first. So it's gonna be a hot walk for sure. But at least we get exercise, right? So I will catch you guys up later. I'm gonna cook dinner, I think like in a few hours, friends, because right now the only thing I'm thinking about is literally taking a shower. So I will catch you guys up in a little bit.